talk that I'm doing for my class, lies that I believed. So I think it started the day Kitty was born. Like Daddy cuddled her and Mommy nursed her and people came by just to visit her. I was 18 months old and I no longer mattered. Kitty was different than me. She was better than me. She would run to meet people and I would kind of hang back. She would lift her arms up and I would just like hang my head. And I just assumed that she made people smile, and I don't think they even saw me because I didn't matter. So over the years, Kitty got things that I didn't get. She got the moccasins I wanted. She got gymnastics lessons. She got to go to kindergarten when they didn't require it when I was that age. She got to sleep over at friends' houses. What I wanted didn't seem to matter, the world said, because I didn't matter. But don't get me wrong, it didn't last forever. Glory didn't last forever for Kitty, because 15 months after she was born, my first brother was born, and 5 more kids after that. We were one of 9. What any of us wanted, with each baby, we mattered less and less. And so I grew up in an environment where we were taught to put others first and to share our things, to go without, to do what was right, to appreciate hand-me-downs. That's just the way it was. But ultimately it all contrived to make me feel like I wasn't very important. None of us were important. So by the time I gave my life to Jesus at the age of 15, the lie was so much a part of my psyche that I didn't believe. I didn't perceive God's love. Jesus died to save sinners, and I surely was a sinner, so I might be saved, but it wasn't because I mattered. It was just what he did. That's what Jesus did. He saved sinners, so he saved me. And it wasn't personal. Still, it was a gospel of hope. So I wanted to become the best Christian I could be in order to maybe gain some value with God. Maybe I could matter to him. Maybe. I read scripture, I studied, I served, I prayed, I went to church, I did whatever was required of me. I even learned to teach Bible studies because I was trying to, I think, maybe earn God's favor, but yeah, I still didn't know how to make myself matter to God. The lie was still there. It was like a filter. I perceived all my experiences in life through this filter. With God, he continued to, I had a relationship with him, but it's what God did, and it wasn't personal. Russ, he married me, but he had to marry somebody. Guys who dated me broke up with me because I wasn't worth it. Even my education, I honestly have been known to say that anybody can get a PhD. Like I wasn't all that special. I could never give compliments to people because somehow that was giving a piece of me away. I don't understand the psychology of that, but I really felt like that. And I certainly never expressed my desires or my hopes and dreams because really and truly I didn't feel like they mattered, and I had no right, no claim to the expectation that I would meet them. Even raising kids, even being married, that was so much a part of it. And I think I must have been pretty insufferable to people with that negative energy, but I was miserable because I really didn't believe, what did I matter? What did any of who I am, what did that matter? Until one day at a women's retreat, the speaker asked us, what's your greatest fear? And how that happens before you even think it? I said, insignificance. I'm afraid that I don't matter. I just said it out loud. And God, this was not really actually out loud. It was in my mind out loud. And God answered me, but you're worth more than many sparrows. I'm like, what? He's like, yes. And I know how many hairs are on your head. And it was God saying to me that at least he noticed me. It was the beginning. I had never even realized that God noticed me. So in life, Kitty went on to prosper, and she got all those things that I did not get. Just like when we were kids, she was beautiful, and she was successful, and she was happily married, she was wealthy, she had lots of friends. And one day I found myself saying to God, it was probably a really discouraging day or something. I was like, maybe maybe if I were a little more like her, life wouldn't seem so hard. Because life was good, but it was hard. And he was like, I didn't make you like her. I don't want you like her. I'm like, yeah, but it's so much easier for her. He's like, no, it isn't. I like you the way you are, and I made you that way. And somehow I got it. I accepted that I mattered to God. And it was like I had been looking through life through a camera lens, and it stopped being a camera. My memories became like a kaleidoscope. And so all the pieces, all the words, all the events, the things that had shaped me just shifted, if you know what a kaleidoscope is. And gradually I've been re-looking at, re-seeing, that's not even a word, but pieces fit together differently now than they used to. And I see how some of the events that were in fact hurtful to me at the time have made me who I am. It's kind of a cool thing. And I think things still happen to me. I get overlooked, I discounted. I have yet to be asked to serve communion in church. I wanted to do something and the church said no, but it's not because I don't matter. It's because God has a purpose and He's working something in my life. And I'm pretty sure I matter to God. Okay. I'm done.